Hey there guys, welcome back to Skirmish Miniature Gaming. It's Luke and Tom is back for some kill team. So we've got a bit of a mix again. It's going to be Blood Angels for Tom today. So that's going to be pretty awesome, very themed team as well. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And I'm running Tau actually. I think it's only the second time I've used the Tau, so go easy on me. We'll see what we can do. I'll try and remember as much as I can. But I think it's going to be a pretty cool matchup. We've got a nice table set up as well. Which I think is very much going to be Baal, planet Baal for Blood Angels.
Does look a bit Baal.
Yeah, very desert setup. So I think that could be pretty cool, Martian landscape. So I'm really excited for this one. Going to be super excited to see how it actually pans out. We're going to be doing take prisoners, so that is going to go against the Tau a little bit. But I'm going to mix it up with the. So we're going to do one of the core rule book from the original core rule book missions. But then we're going to mix it in the arena secondary objectives. It just adds a bit more flair and a bit more different. No matter what kill team you use, then you're going to be able to earn points for something. Because take prisoners, I don't think I'm even going to get a single prisoner really. So we'll see how it goes doing that. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. We do kill team every week. Also Patreon in the top right hand corner of the video on the information icon. You can sign up to that to support the channel and get access to all the extra battle reports that we do each week as well for like Warcry, Kill Team. I think we're doing Malifaux, Core Space soon, mix of different things, everything skirmish related. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy this one folks, and we'll see you there. Alright then, so my Tau kill team for today is going to be, as you can see there, my sniper specialist is going to be this massive XV8 Crisis battlesuit, and I've taken the Iridium battlesuit for extra points for 2+ armor save. He's got 2 cyclonic ion blasters and a drone controller, hence why he's got the 2 drone marker drones behind him. Followed up by 2 pathfinders, which are going to be leader and comm specialists. One of them also has a drone turret, which is going to have, the drone is going to be taking the smart missile system, which is the heavy 4-weapon variant, so I can shoot at stuff randomly across the table, which I like the idea of. Then we got 2 breaches, one is going to be a demo specialist, and then 2 crew carnivores, just as mercenaries to help out gain his objectives and things like that. Just get that faster movement and things in on the ground. That is it. I'm going to be taking the Boar concept, which is going to give me, basically, I don't suffer the penalty for long range, which could be really cool, to be honest. We'll now go and check out the Blood Angels, see what Tom's brought today. Alright, and then the Blood Angels for today, really cool kind of veteran jump pack thematic list here. So it's going to be Tactical Marine as a leader specialist with a bolt gun. Going to the right, we've got a combat specialist with a power fist and a melter bomb, I believe. Zealot specialist with power sword and bolt pistol. Then you've got 3, and that is the Zealot specialist, sorry. Then you've got a veteran specialist, WYSIWYG with jump pack, and then 2 others with jump pack, WYSIWYG. On the right, and that is going to be it. So a lot of mobility on this map that we're going to be playing on today. So table setup for today, quite clustered really, but lots of different levels. If I pan down here, you'll be able to get a better idea. So different levels going on, obviously some boardwalks and things. So it's kind of like, I suppose, a landing zone kind of thing, trade route, zone, outpost and such for a real base, I suppose, more than an outpost for the Blood Angels on what looks like planet Baal, to be honest. With the desert rocks, these are from urbanmatz, really nice stuff. They do grey versions of these as well, so they're pretty awesome. We use those quite a lot, as well as these walkways and things and landing pads, which are all part of the Bandua wargames terrain set. It's all pre-coloured as well, so really worthwhile looking at that one as well. They're all in the link in the description below as always. And I think the Martian kill team mat is from playmat.eu, so you can check that one out as well. But that is the table setup. We'll show you what's going on with take prisoners and what I'm doing with these secondary objectives. So take prisoners, as you can see, that is going to be the deployment type, so from the middle there. Take prisoners is from the core rule book, from the original kill team core rule book. Same rules as always, obviously as always we're not going to do the scout phase. Battle length, we're going to keep it at 4 battle rounds for this, and we're not going to go any further than that, so we're going to ignore the continue on a 3+. I'm just going to keep it to that. Victory conditions, so basically take prisoners. If you kill an enemy model when you're within an inch of them, you can take them prisoner so long as you're not within 2 inches of another enemy model. So that should be interesting. So obviously that's going to go quite against me for the Tau really, and very much go for the Blood Angels. But then what I'm going to plan on doing nowadays is if we do a core rulebook mission, I'm going to throw in, I'm basically going to randomly draw 5 secondary objectives from Arena, because we've got the cards for those, and then we'll be able to choose 3 of those that we want each to be able to score over the battle, and we'll only be able to get a maximum of 3 victory points for each of those secondary objectives that we choose. So just so you can quickly have a look, those are the 5 that we've randomly drawn to choose from. I'll now segregate my 3 that I've chosen and show you what I've got, and then Tom's will remain secret, so you guys won't know what those are until he reveals them. So those in secret are my 3 secondary objectives. And then, like I say, you won't see Tom's, but we will now go on to ready for setup, I think. Alright then, so we've seen the game type and such, so let's get into a roll-off. It's going to be 7 for me, and Tom's getting an 8. So Blood Angels so I'm going to have to deploy my first model, followed by you, and you will get to pick a corner. It's 6-inch deployment from the middle in that corner or that corner, so it's up to you, I'll let you decide. Right then, so Tom picked that corner over there, so I was stuck with this one here with the Tau. And yeah, basically we've done setup, starting with myself alternating. I've put these 3 ready for a man to strike in reserve. Tom hasn't used any reserves, I don't believe, but yeah, we've got my drone comm specialist, my demo specialist, leader down there, the Pathfinder, 2 carnivores with a breacher down yonder. We've got the veteran up here for the Blood Angels, a couple of normal fellas down there. Leader specialist is tucked under in the skip. Yeah. And then we've got the Zealot in combat there as well, jump packs, so they're going to get across the board pretty quick, but obviously I've got him dropping in at some point, so we'll see how that mixes things up. But otherwise, I think Tom's spending a command point, yeah, to use veteran extra movement. Okay, so we'll move first of all with the veteran specialist straight over there for a command point. Basically going to be an inch away to be able to pull stuff off next turn, or in the actual first battle round. So roll off for initiative now. The Tau getting an 8, Tom for the Blood Angels getting a 6. Okay, so I will have the initiative going into battle round 1. So I'm going to leave these here and ready them because there's not much they can really do. I can't even really get around Tom there, so I'm going to leave those where they are. Leader will decide in a moment. These 3 down at the bottom are going to be moving along though. So just shuffling those 3 along, they're all moving rather than readying there, just to ready myself up on that flank. Then my leader is just going to fall back behind the crate there. It's going to be a wimp, do what he should do. And he's long range anyway, the Pathfinder, so he's just going to move back. So running +5 with the combat specialist here, with the big power fist. He's got the jump pack, so he's just going straight over there. And then the advance will give him that extra little bit of movement, so he's going to literally drop down under there. Smart move actually, because then I can't really see you either there, so
he's just
nice.
Sort of tucking.
Yeah, tucking in under the platform. So advancing again with the veterans, not veteran, is that veteran?
That's
no, it's Zealot, sorry, that veteran's here, sorry. Zealot's going to also advance, and he's got +3, yeah?
+3 this one. He's going to go. Ooh.
And the Zealot is going to advance all the way up to there. Nice. Advancing +5, that with him, yeah. So with the normal peon, he's going to jump all the way up onto the rock there.
Just because there's nowhere on here within 5 inches that you could stand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if you drop him on here,
you mean my big dude?
Yeah, you won't be able to. You physically won't be able to fit him.
I like it, yeah. Okay, so you can't see him, but the jump packs jump straight over this tower, and he's tucked himself in behind the rock there, so that I can't basically see him for shooting. So then next turn he can just jump straight from behind the rock and basically charge me, because you don't need vision to charge, so that's probably the best way to do that. So 10-inch movement with an advance for the leader, who's currently tucked in the crate. Right, so the last thing to do is the veteran is going to charge in the middle here to get in all 3, because I basically said to Tom, obviously I get to overwatch with all 3 anyway, since they're within range. So I'm going to start with the tactical support turret with the smart missile system, who has heavy 4 on 6s. Oh, we got 1, that's a good start. Strength 5, so it's going to be on 3s. which I do get on a 6. No AP though, so a 3-up save for him. Not a good start. You can re-roll it for a command point. Re-rolling, spending the second command point, and you do get it, worth a spend, but I have still got 2 left. So it's going to be rapid fire with the rifle, which is going to be strength 5 against, but 6s. Oh, wow. That is not good. It's 3s. Oh, so it does go through. No AP, so it is a 3-up save. Okay, at least you make it, and that would have been worse if you didn't. But now this is the nasty one, because this, if I get a 6 on these, this is, I'm going to use the 5-inch, so technically 2.5 inches for half range, but it does matter for me anyway because it's Overwatch.
Yeah.
But he's using the best profile he can have, so like Melter standard, I guess. So 6s. Oh! Oh, that's amazing! I've never seen anything like it.
I just knew, like, as soon as you had all that stuff.
Strength 6, so 3s. Oh, this is going to hurt now. I think that's -2 AP. So -2 AP on both of those, so it's going to be 5s. Oh, so you made 1, failed 1. There's no rerolls left for you, so 1 will go through, and it's going to be 1 flesh wound dice because it's only 1 damage. So 4 up, basically, you go down and out of action. Oh, oh no, I'm going to reroll. Yeah, definitely.
You're going to reroll that.
Oh. Yeah, definitely re-rolling that. I've got to do it because I've still got a command point left to bring these guys in. So yeah, without a doubt, I can't afford to lose this chance. Yeah, so definitely he's going down on a 5. Oh, I knew that was going to be a decent chance, but that was brutal. Ouch. 4 6s. Actually, I got 5 6s with the turret. Ouch. Best Overwatch I'll ever roll. Okay, so dropping from a command point then with a Manta strike these 3. In at the back there, so they're 5 inches away, but they can pretty much deep strike wherever they like there. So I get first shooting choice, since it's my initiative going into shooting phase. It's going to be my dudeski here, the big guy, obviously, sniper specialist, with his 2 cyclonic ion blasters. That's a mouthful. So I'm going to shoot one. Obviously, both weapons are going to fire at him, but we'll fire the first one and not overdrive that one, overcharge that one, just to see how we do. So hitting, I'm going to be half range, but that doesn't matter anyway because I'm Balkan, I think it was, so long range wouldn't matter, but I'm half range. 3 shots, 4 ups, and rerolling 1s because I'm sniper specialist. Oh, this could be brutal. Oh, it is brutal. Okay, so that is all 3 hits. Wounding, strength 7 because I didn't overdrive, so it's going to be 3s. 2 go through. So 4 up saves. Oh, 1 does go through because of the -1 AP. That is going to be a 4 up. You will go down. And he does. He does eat the dust. I think we kind of expected
that
it.
Was pretty predictable.
Yeah, as soon as we found out that I could Manta strike these 3 in, we were like, well, the leader's dead. So straight away they're scoring secondary objective, cut off the head. So when the enemy leader is taken out of action, score victory points equal to 5 minus the number of the current battle round, which obviously I took out Tom's leader, and -1 for round 1, so that is 4 victory points for me. Okay, so that is the leader obviously down. The marker light here is going to shoot at this guy up here, which is going to be, I ignore long range obviously, so it's just going to be on a, that is going to be, let me think. So shooting from where I am is going to be obscured. I ignore long range, but I got a drone controller on the battle suit, so that means +1 to hit, which means I cancel out the obscurity, so that's just 5s basically for him to try and hit you with a marker light. Nope, not quite. So for the rest of my shooting, because obviously I wasn't charged in the end, surprisingly enough, even though I was really not expecting that. I was hoping, but yeah, definitely not. Down here with the leader, he moved so he can still shoot. He's rapid fire with his rifle. Up here, it's going to be obscured in half range, so rapid fire, so it's going to be on 5s. I get 1 hit, and then strength 5 with the rifle, so it's going to be 3s, which I hit with no AP, so a 3-up save. Making that. So up here is probably where it's going to do the hurt now. So I'm going to go with the breacher. He's going to have 2 shots into here with 5-inch range. Ignoring long range anyway, and 2.5 inches is actually half range for him. But the breacher's going to go, so it's going to be Oh, actually, the comms will also comms him, actually. +1 to hit. So that is going to be on 3s for him now. Okay, I'm rolling 6s like a boss. Strength 6 is going to be 3s. Oh my god, okay, so they go through, -2 AP, so that's 2 saves at 5 up. Straight away for him. Okay, only 1 damage though, so I only roll 1 flesh wound dice on a 4 up. Oh dear. Oh, they've come right into it now. Specialist, unfortunately, will also go down. Right, the rifle, the comm specialist, he's going to go, which is half range there, into your leader there. Not leader, sorry, your normal dude there. I don't think there's going to be an obscurity there, but we'll check. So yeah, just straight up shots, half range, so rapid fire. It's going to be 4s, so 1 hit. And then it's going to be strength 5, so 3s. No, we missed that one. So turret's going to go. He can see the guy over here on the rock again, but it's going to be the veteran. Yeah,
Veteran.
Yeah,
Vanguard.
yeah, vanguard. So 4 shots, but he's going to be obscured, so it's on 5s for the turret. Okay, we got nothing unfortunately on that one. So ready to go into battle round 2. That is the end of that round. The only other one I scored at the end there was recon sweep. For a victory point, because at the end of the round I had a model inside, at least 1 model inside my enemy's deployment zone. And that is more or less it for this round. I'm on 5 to Tom's 0 at the moment, but take prisoners will probably go Tom's way throughout the game, so we'll see how that goes. We'll do a roll for initiative for battle round 2. I'm getting a 9. Tom's getting a 9, so we'll re-roll. Go for it. 10 versus my 8, so Tom will get initiative there, not bad. Okay, so charging from down below here, and obviously you've got a jump pack, you're getting 9, so more than enough, and I couldn't see you for Overwatch. Probably should have fled actually, but you would have gotten anyway, so definitely getting into there. Right, so second charge is going to be from the guy down under here. Obviously he doesn't need line of sight to charge, and he's got the jump pack, so he's just going to come straight up here. The turret doesn't need line of sight to shoot, so and it's on 6s usually.
If that
So
turret kills me,
different
I'll just leave it. I'm going home with that turret.
4 dice on 6s, no 6s, so you're alright for now. 5, that probably is enough from there, I would have thought. And he's basically jumping straight up and out, and just about into there basically. Okay, so here he's going to charge here into my breacher, so you will get enough on an 11 and in there more than comfortably. Nice. Okay, so into my movement, obviously these lot have been charged here, so the jumpsuit will move 8, he's just going to jump up to here, pretty cool move. I'm going to leave a drone just down there, and the other drone will move up to the top there as well. So that's pretty much it for my movement. And then we'll go into these 3 here, I guess. We'll see what they want to do. So the Kroot here, Kroot Carnivore on the right, advancing for 5, the one on the left for +2, and the Breacher at the back advancing for +2. So that is my movement. I've managed to get, basically this Carnivore advanced far enough to get up here, which means that if he tries to take me prisoner there, I've managed to stop him because I'm within 2 inches, so that worked out well. And then the other 2 here had enough movement to just come up behind on the steps. So into combat phase, obviously Hammer of Wrath for all of these vanguards and veterans. So you're going to go with first.
I go the leader first.
Combat, yeah? Into my leader.
I'll do that one.
So going to slightly pile in around the corner and get even closer, because then that means I'm not within 2 inches of Tom. We just thought that's probably a wise thing to do. There we go, piling in around the corner there.
Okay.
Now he's on top of the crate, so it does look like he's further away, guys, but he is still the same distance, if not closer. Okay, so 4 attacks, yeah, with the combat specialist.
Yeah.
Power fist, so hitting on 4s. Okay, only the 1. You could re-roll 1 if you really wanted to. You might want to save it for flesh wounding. I don't know, because you're wounding on 2s.
I only got like the 1.
Yeah, so wounding on 2s because power fist.
Oh
no! So re-rolling, going down to 0 command points. Come on! Oh, Tom!
Alright.
So it's going to be this guy next. See if your fortunes improve slightly. It's going to go into the comm specialist, hitting on 3s. Okay, so 1 hit and wounding. Oh dear. Okay. So we forgot that it's a chainsaw, so you'll have +1 attack there. So one more attack here. You rolled a 6 to hit, off camera technically, but yes, you did roll a hit 6, and then...
On anyway.
Okay, so other guy's going to go into the same model, hitting both, wounding both. No AP, I'm guessing, so it's just going to be my normal save. So it's 2 4-up saves from the wounds here for my comm specialist. And I failed both of those, so it's just 1 flesh wound die on a 4-up. And he does die, to be fair. So down goes the comms, which means that his turret then disappears as well. So he goes down. There won't unfortunately be a prisoner for that one because I'm within 2 inches from the demo specialist. But I'm guessing you've got a secondary objective that you score. Technically this guy would have had a bonus attack here as well. We missed that one, but considering that they all went into the same guy. And that's 2 points for Tom because he's in at the end of that round, because you are in. I mean, I'll get my attacks back actually yet, but technically. But it's recon, sweep and cut apart for Tom for 2 points. So I'll get my attacks back. My leader's got 2 attacks because he's a Shah Sui. So it's going to be 2 attacks on 5s and 5s. I get 1 5 and nothing. And then this guy up here's just got 1 attack, the demo specialist. He'll go into the guy in front of him and he misses. As expected really for combat for Tau. So at the end of that round, that is all the combat done. So end of the round, obviously the 2 points for Tom. I gained another point here for recon sweep because I'm still in the enemy deployment zone. I've got my 3 models still in there. So going into round 3, we've got initiative roll, we've got 2 battle rounds left. Ooh, snake eyes. 5, so you definitely needed that, I think, so that's good stuff. So we'll go straight into Blood Angels round 3. Okay, so charge from here, if you got the jump pack, so it's 4-inch charge down to here. Yeah, with a 6. So jumping into there, so they're now both trapped in. They couldn't overwatch, obviously. Could have fled actually, but too late now. So you've fallen back from here, because we've kind of worked out that obviously I can fall back instead. So you might as well fall back because you can fly and get your shots, rather than me falling back from you and you not be able to. So jump packs, fallen back straight down below there. And then this guy, combat specialist, is going to do the same. And the Blood Angel is going to fall back, jump down underneath there. So hit and run kind of tactic, I suppose, ready for next battle round. So that's the Blood Angel's movement. So it's going to be on to my dude up here, I suppose. So yeah, the battle suit.
Guess I could have made that a little bit
is going to go advance +5. That's what we want. Moving the battle suit across to the platform with the advance roll, and I've now got a nice vision down there. But I'm going to be at -1 with my assault weapons. These two can't do anything because they got fallen back from, so they can't shoot either because they can't. Well, yeah, they just can't. Crew Carnivore though, he could do something. Crew Carnivore is just going to move to the edge so that you can kind of shoot down as well as the Blood Angel if I need to, and I'm within 2 inches of these 2 models to help out there, I guess. Jump Pack Veteran down below is he's fly, so he can fall back and still shoot, so he's going to lob a grenade into my Crew Carnivore up there, which is no penalties for long range with the grenade. Then it's going to be obscured though, so 4s, but you need to see how many you get with the frag, so D6 first, D6 shots. Oh, only 2, okay. But 2 shots, better than a crack, I guess. So then it's going to be on 4s. 1 goes through, 4s to wound.
Yep.
And hit on a wound on a 4. There you go. T-shirt saves the crew, Carnivore 6 up. Nope. So flesh wounding on a 4 up. Oh, 5 up because I'm in cover, which we haven't had yet. No, so he's flesh wounded unless you want to re-roll it, but I mean that's much harder for that re-roll really. Alright, that is the first flesh wound we've had all game on the Crew Carnivore. Then it is my shooting. The only shooting I've actually got though, I've got the Crew Carnivore and I've got obviously the big guy. He's -1 to shoot with his assault weapons, his cyclonic blasters, because he's advanced, but he can still shoot with them just at -1. So 3 shots with the first one on 5s, re-rolling 1s because I'm a sniper specialist. Okay, re-rolling that one. And missing that one still, but I'm getting the other 2 pretty nicely. Strength 7, so 3s. Definitely getting both of those. 2 saves at 4 ups because it's -1 AP. So did fail 1, you could re-roll if you wanted to, but I've got another 3 shots to go anyway.
You got another 3 shots.
So it's up to you. I'm going to re-roll it, see if you can have 50-50. Oh, it was worth it. I've got 3 more shots, but it could still have paid off that. because I've got a flesh wound as well. So, do I overcharge? I think at this point, the second one, although we have declared obviously both into that guy, it's going to supercharge the second one, so it's going to be strength 8 minus 1 AP, D3 damage each, which is the more important part for flesh wounding. So it's going to be hitting those still on 5s, re-rolling 1s, but if I re-roll a 1, then it's going to be bad times. But we don't, so that's fine, no re-roll for that one. Hitting with those 2. Then it's going to be 2s, because yeah, strength 8 now. Definitely getting those, which then means minus 1 AP, so still got 2 4-up saves here. Ooh, not quite, no rerolls now. That is going to be D3 damage. Only the 1, ooh. Okay, that means
this game's messing up,
I know, 4-up to kill you basically, which all of mine have been successful so far.
Well,
so here we go.
You've got 2 attempts at this, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's true actually. Yeah, I do have a reroll, so I should really be doing it, I guess. And there's no cover for you, unfortunately.
No.
So it's going to be 4-up. I'll reroll it for a command point. Oh, it's close to be fair. Can't reroll or reroll, so. But yeah, I do go down to 3 command points, and unfortunately, he will go down there. So yeah, that's the battle suit. Took someone else out again. It wasn't long range, unfortunately. It's been close range all game for that situation. So then only the Crude Carnivore to go. There's nothing he can shoot at. So it's into combat. You charged here.
Yep.
So you might as well go there, I suppose. I've got so many points. I'm going to use Decisive Strike for 2 command points to go down to 1.
Go shot.
To activate the Crude Carnivore, just by the off chance we do something. So 3s then 4s on the Crude Carnivore to attack first. I missed anyway. So all attacks into the Breacher, 3 attacks full on. Here we go. Okay, and then it's going to be hitting wounding on 2s because you charged. Blood Angels. Okay, we're wounding now. So that is no AP. So it's going to be 4-up saves for the Breacher. Okay, 1 does go through. I only failed 1 save to be fair, so I might as well spend the command point and we'll re-roll it. Yep, I do make it. Probably a decent use. Breacher will stay alive, and it's just going to be the Breacher's attack back on a 5. Nope. So, end of that battle round, we both get a point for recon sweep. I've got drones over there in the enemy deployment zone, and Tom's got a model left in this enemy deployment zone. You've actually got 2. You've got this guy under here as well.
Sweet.
The combat specialist. So it's going to be... I might have to take a test for him actually. So into the morale phase actually before we carry on, because there is now morale to finally do. Blood Angels have gone down below half model count, so they're going to need a broken test. The highest is 9 with your veteran sergeant under the tower.
Yep.
So 2 dice, 9 or lower, you're good. Nothing for me broken wise, but I've got a nerve test for my Crude Carnivore. Let me just see what I roll here. Yeah, I've got no command points and no auto passing. 1 is an auto pass anyway, so we're good. So Crude Carnivore's fine. On to battle round 4 for initiative roll. Getting a 4 and a 7 for Tom, so you will have initiative. Okay, so you got the initiative, so charge from under here, yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Can't overwatch you, so go for it. It's on an 8,
Yeah.
so definitely getting that. Pulling them up and straight on top, I guess.
Just guarantee
So,
I get at least
I'm
a
gonna
point.
fall back with him, because otherwise I'm going to fall back and leave him. So staying in, charged here, falling back from there over to the other side of this rock. Probably the best chance you've probably got of getting away really from the what has basically been my assassin. So going into my movement, we'll see what he rolls on an advance roll. +3, that's going to be close. Battlesuit has advanced and jumped down to here with 11 inches with a fly move. Crude Carnivore here will make a charge into the sergeant veteran, so he's getting in there with an 8. There we go. And then these 2 have been fallen back from, so they're useless. Demo specialist up top here, he is literally useless. He'll just ready up, I guess. There's literally nothing he can do. There's nothing the drones can do, so they can drift off happily. So then we'll just go into shooting. You've got the initiative, so technically you could shoot with him with a pistol. Okay, so bolt pistol might as well, even though you flew back. So see if you get a 4-up. Yeah, because I'm obscured. Actually, it's long range, it's a 5-up, but you did get it.
Yeah, I did.
So wounding, roll it, see what you get. You wound, for sure. So it's going to be 2-up save though, so probably going to be alright here anyway. And I am, yeah. We're all good. And I am on 2 command points actually, and you're on 1. Forgot about that, because I was talking about my leader. Okay, so then rest of the shooting, the only other shooting left really is my big battle suit. He advanced, so that's going to be -1, and -1 because you're obscured across there. So I'm literally just going to go on 6s, rerolling 1s. I will supercharge because it's the end, and why not, with the first weapon. So 6s, reroll that 1. Okay, so I get 1/6, wounding on 2s because it's strength 8 now with overcharge. And then it's going to be, that is -1 AP, so looking at a 4-up save time. Go for it. Making it, nice. Second one, overcharge. Make 1, cool. I'll reroll 1 for a command point, because at this point, why not? See if I get a 6. Nope. And then it's going to be 2s. Cool. And then it's going to be, same again, 4-up save. Oh, he's bossing it. This guy's destined to live. He has survived,
He's
actually. He's good. He literally has. He will live no matter what now. So it's going to be the power fist. Obviously, you charged. Not that that'll really matter, I guess, for a power fist. So we've just worked out here if things go right, Tom could actually win this game. So the power fist, splitting attack, so 2 and 2, because that's the only way you can really do this, I think. 2 into the Crude Carnivore on 4s. This is the hard part, I think. So see what you get.
Yeah, I need to hit with both of these really.
Oh, no. So spend a command point to reroll. You need this. So on a 4.
It's not a good start.
No. Oh, it stays alive. 2s. Don't roll your 1s on wounding. 2s.
Finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's D3 damage. See what you get. Oh, that's what you want at this point. So 3 dice. And this is going to be a flesh wounded as well here, so that means on 3-up rather than 4-up on 3 dice. Oh, just. Oh no, okay, yeah, you did get it easily because it was 3-up.
Yeah.
Carnivore goes down. That's step 1, but you got no rerolls left now.
No, I got no. I needed a reroll.
Yeah. This is tense as hell, right?
Just...
So let's just keep track of the points, like, with the time, I suppose. So the power fist has already taken me out there, so that's already 1 point from killing somebody in a combat phase. So that's a point.
No point.
This now you got to hit here. You got to hit with at least 1 on a 4. So 2 dice. Oh, you get both. That was really needed. Okay, and 2s. Don't roll 2 1s. Okay, you get both. So you just roll 1d3 just to see what you get. So you get. Oh, it's going perfect now. 3 dice, pick the highest, and it will be on 4s. Oh, you just get it. Only just, on a 5. Leader goes down, and believe it or not, folks, Tom actually wins it with that, and we'll explain why. Okay, so we'll do a broken test before the end here in morale phase, technically, actually, because if somehow he fell broken, then he fails a nerve test, you won't be able to hold enemy deployment for a point. So see what you get on 2 dice, should pass it anyway. No, you don't. And that is exactly why we needed to do it. So roll a single dice on him, just see what you get, because you don't have any command points to auto pass. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. We'll check. So passing on a 4, because that makes it an 8 with +4 models. Yep. So an 8, and he's leadership 9, so he's fine there. So passing the nerve test, he won't. There's no point in taking it for him really. It's not going to affect the game now. End of battle round 4, end of the game, and Tom, believe it or not, jumps up 6 points. At the very end, he was going for the lead of the whole game and couldn't quite do it. Just about managed to take out the Carnivore, which meant that there was no supporting fighter for me to stop you taking the prisoner. Then when you took him out, which was so close, that was such a tense ending.
That was ridiculous.
And then the combat specialist managed to then swing round and literally punch my leader flying. He was that angry. Took him to the end of the game. Crushed my leader in his fist and got 3 points, because when you take the leader prisoner, you get 3 points instead of 1, which claimed the win in the end. So it couldn't have been more an epic ending, really. So yeah, there's 3 points from that, and then you got all 3 of your secondary objectives, which I think 2 of them you scored for the 3rd time, maybe. But
I think one of them I scored for the 3rd time.
Yeah, I think a recon sweep maybe. and then cut apart for the second time, and then cut off the head for the first time in the game, which is basically 5 minus the number of the battle round once you've taken out the opponent's leader, which 5 minus 4 is 1, so it's plus 1 point for that as well. So plus 3 points for secondaries, plus 3 for taking out my leader prisoner, which means you are plus 6 in total to your 3. You're on 9 to my 7, because unfortunately I didn't pull off a secondary this round. I've scored recon sweep 3 times. Cut off the head I scored at the beginning, and last card was Death from Afar. I didn't really play that card so well this game, that objective. I could have done with keeping him slightly further away a lot of the game to try and pull it off, but that might have meant that I didn't kill stuff maybe. Me and Tom were also discussing about, obviously over here, was it worth waiting to try and charge the leader instead of shooting him off the table? I had my reasons for going both ways really, but I think I'm happy with the decision I made, because it meant that I freed him up to come forward. I got 4 points from the cut off the head straight away, rather than less if I went for it later on. 2 points, so basically, so I think it wouldn't have been much difference. So yeah, and there was always the chance that I wouldn't have been able to take you out either, because you'd have been on 3-up saves in combat. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think I'm happy with the way it went. Obviously, Tom had awful luck, so how you came back in the end now, that was so epic. That was awesome. I think that's Man of the match. He needs to get promoted to like I don't know, Terminator maybe, something like that.
He's the new leader now. That guy got squeezed.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. He's pretty awesome. And obviously we got to see some pretty awesome Blood Angels tactics, like the 2-up to wound. Obviously didn't work for you a lot of the game, but it is pretty strong, I think, when you do get the chance to really use that. That was pretty awesome. Really cool thematic team for the Blood Angels. What do you think, Tom? What do you think of the game in general and Blood Angels?
I do feel like I robbed that game.
Well, no, the thing is, that
was my whole play for the entire game.
I'll be honest. I was counting up the points that I thought you could actually earn in the end. That wasn't in. The shock on my face was just gradually growing, because I was just like, I think you can actually win this. Like genuinely.
To be honest, I don't think I even realised I could win.
Literally.
I think I was just like looking at my cards and then looking at that, and I was then looked at my cards and I was
just kind of thinking, oh wow,
yeah. I think I just decided, we were almost calling it like a tournament.
Yeah, no, well, literally, But I mean, the battle suit for me was my man of the match. They are really strong. I
don't think I would have killed that guy.
No, he's insane, isn't he? But,
another turn, he would have.
If you got someone like the Power Fist in with him, if you could manage to do it in a turn. Because otherwise he can just fall back.
He could probably kill him, but it's just getting near him scary.
It really
is. Don't get your charge or something. Just
6 shots on 6s, that could... I mean, we saw how that went earlier in the battle here. That was an insane Overwatch, by the way. That was crazy.
I don't think he actually ever shot someone and they didn't die at the end of it. I think everybody who shot died that turn.
Definitely. Obviously, drones weren't really used at all in that game in the end.
They were just sitting there sponging points.
Yeah, I suppose they got the points. Yeah, I mean they're only, I want to say, I'm gonna get the points wrong on these now. I think they're 7 points each, 6-7 points each. The drones, they're there for what they're there for, I guess. And the little tactical sports tour actually did alright. I think he took out a fight, didn't he, or assisted in doing so. Didn't do too badly. He's quite good for Overwatch.
He blew the guy away.
Yeah, he really did.
And then the other guy
even this guy, because you can still hit on 6s if you can't see him, so that's quite handy actually.
Yeah, that little group up there, they killed 2 of these right at the start. So.
If I hadn't have grouped stuff together and been tactical in that respect for the whole take prisoners thing, this could have been a lot worse for me, I think. So I think tactically grouping them definitely worked.
I think that was the only take prisoners I got the whole game.
Yeah, I would say so. I think the only thing I would have changed, thinking in hindsight, was probably to keep my leader with others as well, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
That would have made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I was a little surprised you hadn't done that when I realised that's what you were doing.
I mean, I did obviously run over when I realised what was going on. I think I just underestimated just how much you could move across the table, to be honest. Because obviously I suppose you had to waste a whole turn getting to me.
On this map, being able to just fly around is useful. Yeah,
I mean, if I didn't manage to overwatch you here and take that guy out, that would have been a lot worse, a lot sooner up there as well. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if things had been even more even luck on both sides, I suppose, to be honest, you look at the end, maybe turned it around a little for you. I would say maybe.
I did have to redo. I had to do one reroll.
Yeah, so I mean maybe. But I mean, still, really, the luck rolls you got. To be honest, it doesn't really even out. But I suppose you can't complain. Won the game in the end by 2 points. You know, that's crazy cool. That's if it were me, I'd probably call that one of my like most exciting victories ever, because that's like, to come back like that in the last round is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
To get 6 points in one go, it's pretty cool.
It's going for the big plays.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think. What you think about the comeback, about that awesome game. I thoroughly enjoyed that actually. Those are the best games, to be honest, where it's right up to the end, things can happen, and that is the one thing I do like about Kill Team, is it is fairly even, to be honest, most of the time. More or less. I think the secondary objectives really do make it even more so.
They're fun,
because it gives you more options, definitely. Because in that game, I wouldn't have even played that game really if we didn't have secondaries, because I wouldn't have a chance. So we'd take prisoners. But yeah, let us know what you guys think about adding in the secondary objectives. Let me know if you're going to do it and give that a go. I recommend it definitely. Indefinitely. But yeah, we'll see you next time. If you're new, subscribe. Obviously, content every week, and then obviously Patreon in the top right hand corner and the information icon to get extra battle reports each week as well. I think currently we've got Space Wolves and Tyranids in the Patreon vault, so you can go and check that one out for skirmish members only. But otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks, Tom. Awesome game, as always. Our games are always actually pretty damn close, to be fair. They're pretty
always come down to the wire.
I know, yeah.
Every time.
That's it, yeah. So until next time, folks, happy skirmishing.